I'm going to be right there in front of him like I always do. You know, I'm going to make him miss, I'm going to make him pay, and I'm going to fight my fight. So I feel like that was...
It's a different type. Like, you can be riding that wave. You've been getting all these knockouts of all these other different guys, but you've never been in the ring with an animal like Crawford. And when you get in there for the first time and you get hit upside your head and you see that you can't do the stuff that you usually do against the guys that you fought, you know, at the lower level, bro.
Joe Rogan reacted with a big wow when he heard that Terence Crawford would fight Jaron Ennis. He was truly surprised because both fighters had earlier said they wouldn't face each other. Rogan said, with the styles these two have, it would be amazing to see them fight. After Ennis' easy win over Royman Villa, fans were already asking who he would fight next. Virgil Ortiz Jr. even called him out after his first-round knockout, and it looked like that fight might happen. But now things have changed. Terence "Bud" Crawford has stepped up and said he's ready to face Boots Ennis. This surprise move has caught the boxing world's attention, setting up what could be a huge fight between two top-level boxers.
He's going to root for Boots. Boots is from Philly. Terence Crawford is a specialist. Boots is a specialist. It'll be a great fight. Terence is my guy, man. I love you.
Before talking about how Joe Rogan reacted to the announcement of this big fight, let's look at what other top names in boxing had to say. First up was Jermell Charlo, who has been waiting for his chance to face Terence Crawford. He expected that fight to happen after he finished business with Canelo Alvarez. So when he heard that Crawford might fight Jaron Ennis instead, he wasn't happy. Charlo reacted with frustration, saying that he should be the one to face Crawford next, not Ennis. He argued that, given everything he's achieved in boxing, he's earned the right to fight top opponents to build his legacy. Charlo made it clear, Crawford should fight him next, not Boots Ennis.
All the smoke. I want smoke with Crawford. I want all the smoke. Give me the best shit. I'm in shape. I train. My lifestyle is on the move. Everything is great. So why the I want the best, man? What y'all talking about, dog? I don't got time to be playing with none of these people with these promotionals and all of these shits. I'm with the old school boxing. I'm following all of the Muhammad Ali Act and all that shit. I mean, man, whatever. Y'all want to change shit?
Andre Rogie shared his prediction for the upcoming Terence Crawford versus Jaron Ennis fight with full confidence. He picked Crawford to win without any hesitation, calling him one of the best fighters of this generation. Rogie admitted that Ennis is an amazing talent, but he believes Ennis still isn't on Crawford's level yet. He explained that Crawford's skill set is far more advanced and that Ennis needs more time to reach that kind of experience and mastery. Rogie also pointed out that what Crawford did to Canelo proves exactly how dominant and dangerous he is when he steps into the ring.
I think it's attention, but Terence is on another level right now. I mean, he's on another level.
When you say another level, do you mean like marketability-wise, name-wise, or you mean talent-wise?
All the above. All the above.
So he's a notch or two above Jaron even.
Exactly. Boots has to get there. He's not there yet. A lot of people don't know who Boots is yet, believe it or not. So the boxing people might, but to be that stellar star, and that's why I'm upset about how his movement has been going, because he could have been stellar already. He's talented enough to do it.
However, Tim Bradley wasn't too excited about the idea of this fight. He said that facing Terence Crawford is a huge risk because Bud is a beast who can end the fight with one big punch. Bradley acknowledged that Jaron Boots Ennis is a rising star with a lot of potential, but he believes Ennis should first face fighters closer to his level before challenging someone as dangerous as Crawford. Overall, Bradley thinks Boots needs more experience against top competition before stepping into the ring with a proven champion like Bud Crawford.
In this type of fight with Crawford, you know what I'm saying? I would hate for him to get in this fight and look average. Look average. Because if you go back and you watch a lot of, and he's a spectacular fighter. Boots is a spectacular fighter. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Boots. I think he's next. But he needs to be tested. He needs to be tested with he needs to be tested with a guy like Thurman.
In response to Tim Bradley, Greg Hackett said that every era in boxing has one fighter who rises to become the dominant force. Talking about Terence Crawford, he explained that the past 2 years have truly defined Bud's legacy, earning him more respect than ever before. Hackett added that every great fighter eventually gets their moment, and this could be the beginning of Jaron "Boots" Ennis's era. He believes Boots has worked hard and earned the right to face the best, so it wouldn't be fair to say he doesn't deserve a shot at Crawford.
Reason Tim Bradley talk like that, cause they know he that, but shit just got started. Think about it. How long was the Bud Crawford era if Bud Crawford didn't start getting respect till 2023 for what he do? So if it's 2025 and we already talking about Boots Ennis, who's 10 years younger, who could possibly turn up this next 10 and make it crazy, that means the average person who don't really understand boxing, never really watch boxing, pay attention to boxing, not really a boxing fan, they're not going to remember Bud Crawford.
Another key figure, Danny Garcia, reacted positively to the news of the fight, smiling as he shared his excitement about the matchup. He said this bout perfectly represents a young, hungry lion versus an experienced legend, the ideal mix of youth and experience. Garcia added that both fighters are great in their own ways, and this fight will reveal who truly stands above the rest. To keep things fair, he suggested choosing a weight class that suits both men. Overall, Danny fully supported the fight, saying it's the kind of matchup that helps boxing move forward.
I think that'll be a great fight. You know, the young hungry lion versus the legend. That would be a hell of a fight. Maybe 160. If it's a vacant title at 160, I think that they can make that happen for sure. I think it just has to make sense for both parties. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think if there's a vacant belt, Crawford's gonna want to be 6th division champion. And then he'll make Ennis move up to 160. I think they could do it at 160.
Most importantly, Terence Crawford spoke about his upcoming fight with Boots Ennis, saying that while fans expect their similar styles to make for an exciting matchup, he's confident in his own versatility. Crawford explained that he's skilled and comfortable fighting in both stances, and his choice depends on the opponent in front of him. When it comes to facing Boots, Crawford said he'll pick the stance that gives him the best advantage, allowing him to control the pace and outcome of the fight.
Equally as great in both stands. I'm very powerful in both stands. I hit just as hard with my left, probably even harder with my left than my right, you know, but I think it's the opponent.
Moving forward, Eddie Hearn also shared his reaction to the potential fight, calling it a great matchup. He described it as a fantastic clash between two elite fighters, with Boots Ennis coming off an impressive win and Terence Crawford looking for a strong opponent after the biggest victory of his career. Hearn added that the fight could take place at a weight class Crawford is comfortable competing in, making the matchup more likely to happen. He also praised both fighters' explosive styles, saying their energy and skill would give fans an unforgettable fight night experience.
I feel that Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. You know, obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy. And Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still very much in his prime.
Furthermore, Sean Zittel expressed his strong wish for this fight to happen soon. He mentioned that although both sides had tried to make this matchup before, now is the perfect time for it. Zittel explained that since both fighters are coming off major victories, their clash would be even more exciting and entertaining for fans. He added that watching these two face each other in the ring would be a real treat for boxing fans, and confidently stated that Boots Ennis has a solid chance of defeating Terence Crawford when they finally meet.
Breath for Ennis's chances of ever landing that fight with Crawford nearing 40, and Ennis still having a lot of catching up to do to make that a worthy assignment for Crawford. And nobody's been begging for that fight for the last couple years more than me, but I'm also realistic about it.
Moreover, Meek Mill confidently called Boots Ennis the Philly monster who could beat Terence Crawford. While breaking down the matchup, Meek pointed out that many people might be underestimating Boots because of Crawford's amazing performance against Canelo. However, he emphasized that there's a big difference between Ennis and Canelo. Meek explained that Canelo, being older, couldn't keep up with Crawford's speed and accuracy, while Boots is younger, faster, and more focused, determined not to let Crawford do the same to him in their fight.
Shout out to Boots. Boots the next legend to come up in the shit.
How does Crawford and Boots play out, Meek?
Crawford and Boots play out. I'm rocking with Boots, of course. I'm from Philly. Crawford, you already know you about to meet this Philly shit. It's all love, but you about to see what this Philly shit about. We real monsters. Let's get it.
Along with Meek Mill, Haven Brady also confidently predicted that Boots Ennis would win. He said that Boots hasn't had many real chances yet to fully show his skills and potential in the ring. According to Brady, Ennis is a talented and determined fighter who has everything needed to beat Terence "Bud" Crawford. He added that he doesn't care what critics say, he still believes in Boots' abilities. Brady also mentioned that this fight will attract massive global attention, with fans from around the world eager to see this thrilling showdown.
With Boots, so I want to see him fight Jaron Ennis, and hopefully, he don't retire before then, or he say he too washed up and old. Hopefully he get my boy a shot. That's the only person I can see beat him, or that's who I think can beat him.
Additionally, when Gilly D.A. Kid heard about this potential fight, he reacted with great excitement. He said that a matchup between Terence Crawford and Jaron "Boots" Ennis would be both classy and intense. Gilly admitted it would be a thrilling fight to watch, but he still believes Crawford would come out on top. He acknowledged that Boots, coming off a strong recent win, would definitely challenge Crawford. But in the end, Gilly thinks Crawford's experience, skill, and ring IQ would allow him to take control and secure the victory.
50-50 fight?
I mean, I see it as a great fight.
It's a great fight.
I don't know if it'll be 50-50, 60-40, what it would be, but I see it as a great fight.
Moreover, Mayo also shared his thoughts on how this fight might go and confidently picked Terence Crawford as the winner. He pointed out that Crawford has already beaten fighters who had a clear size advantage over him, so now that he's the bigger man, it's tough to see anyone taking him down. Mayo strongly believes that Crawford will dominate Jaron "Boots" Ennis, giving him a one-sided beating in the ring. He added that once the fight happens, all the hype and debates surrounding this matchup will finally be put to rest.
Fight play out, the super fight, Crawford versus Boots.
I went to the Crawford fight
I was there
in Vegas. I'm not gonna hold you. He really surprised me. I'm talking about in a good way, like it was next level. Because everybody was talking about how homie was gonna be too big for him, too powerful, Canelo, how he was gonna be too overpower him. And it was none of that. Actually, he wasn't even that. He ain't even really that bigger than him.
He didn't break a sweat, right?
Yeah. That was light work. He took him all the way out of his fight. Very impressive.
Looking deeper into this potential matchup, it's worth seeing how both fighters have performed in their recent bouts. Jaron "Boots" Ennis's latest fight against Wisma Lima was nothing short of dominant. He showcased his explosive power, incredible speed, and determination to climb to the very top. From the opening bell, Ennis completely controlled the fight, using sharp angles, quick combinations, and relentless pressure to overwhelm Lima. He broke his opponent down round by round before securing a decisive victory, proving his growing maturity and precision in the ring. That performance didn't just boost Boots' reputation as a rising star, it also gave him valuable big fight experience, learning how to stay composed under pressure. The confidence from such a commanding win will be crucial as he gets ready to face Terence "Bud" Crawford, one of the most skilled and experienced boxers in the world. For Ennis, this isn't just another fight, it's both a massive test and a career-defining opportunity.
Boots Ennis is he's the real package. He's the full package. I've been saying this for a long time. It's no secret, and a lot of people see it, and they had their ups and downs about how they feel about him. But he's the full package. He can fight inside, outside. He can punch. He's got good hand speed. He's technically solid. His father does a good job. He's mentally right. He's got the amateur pedigree. He's the full package. But
after Jaron Ennis's impressive victory, Claressa Shields, the multi-division world champion and one of the greatest female boxers of her era, was thrilled by his performance. She said the outcome was exactly what she expected, even though some people thought the fight would last longer. Shields praised Ennis's talent and ring IQ, saying she has great respect for him as a fighter. She also emphasized that true greatness comes from action, not just talent, and that Ennis is clearly on the right path to becoming something special. When talking about his future, Shields confidently stated that Boots could beat anyone who steps up to face him next.
Calm down. Shit. Yeah, Boots that guy. He did his thing. Hey, I like Boots as a fighter. And I want to see him fight the best and prove his greatness. That's what it's about. It's about proving your greatness. So, great job for him tonight. I ain't no Boots head. I know y'all be like, oh, I love Terence Crawford. I do. That's my pound #1 fighter. But I still got a lot of respect for Boots.
Furthermore, American boxer and promoter Thomas Lamona also shared his thoughts on Jaron Ennis's impressive performance. He praised the young star for his power, composure, and efficiency in the ring. Lamona noted that Ennis's display sent a clear message to the entire junior middleweight division, that he's ready to face the very best in the world. He highlighted how Ennis's ability to control the tempo and finish the fight early showcased his remarkable talent and growing skill set. Lamona added that performances like this prove why Boots Ennis is one of boxing's most exciting and dangerous rising stars.
I'm to division, and it's dope. I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him, man.
Now, you're a guy that moved up in weight, what, 2-3 times?
Yeah, I mean, I went up, went down, up. Yeah, I mean, I fought 4 or 5 different divisions, man.
So what are some of the challenges with moving up in weight?
Man, just getting used to your opponent's size, bro. The homo, like, he was moving up, but Boots always been like a big dude. You know what I mean? Like, he's always been strong. That's why him making 147 was like, yo, that's crazy. He's gonna be a monster at 54, a monster at 160, and he's gonna fight at 168. He's gonna be a monster there too.
On the other hand, Terence Crawford's last fight against Canelo Alvarez was one of the most talked about bouts in recent boxing history. Facing a naturally bigger and stronger opponent, Crawford put on a tactical masterclass that showed his intelligence, skill, and adaptability in the ring. From the opening bell, he used sharp timing, smooth footwork, and accurate counters to neutralize Canelo's power. Crawford controlled the distance perfectly and switched stances with ease, allowing him to dominate round after round. That victory not only cemented his legacy but also prepared him for future challenges, both physically and mentally. Battling Canelo's power and pressure improved Bud's defensive sharpness and confidence, qualities that will be essential as he gets ready to face a younger, faster, and hungrier opponent like Jaron Boots Ennis.
So emotional afterward. Is it that you just realized everything that you achieved, the moment just hit you then?
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's just, the history, behind the sport is just everything that, I trained for my whole life. It all was, coming out that one night. That was all paying off.
Considering everything, Terence "Bud" Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis represent two eras of boxing greatness colliding at the perfect time. Crawford, a former undisputed multi-division world champion, has built a legacy defined by precision, adaptability, and dominance against elite opponents. His victories over top names like Errol Spence Jr. and Canelo Alvarez have cemented him as one of the most complete fighters of his generation. On the other hand, Boots Ennis symbolizes the new era, young, fearless, and explosive. With an undefeated record and statement wins over fighters like Royman Villa and Wisma Lima, he's quickly become one of boxing's brightest rising stars. This matchup feels like the passing of the torch, pitting Bud's experience against Boots's youthful aggression. The boxing world is buzzing with excitement at the thought of these two sharing the ring. Even though Boots was once expected to fight Virgil Ortiz, the idea of him facing Crawford has gained far more hype. Fans and analysts are already split. Some believe if Canelo couldn't stop Crawford, Boots won't either, while others argue that Boots's youth, speed, and hunger could be the difference. So, what do you think about this potential clash between Crawford and Ennis? On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this matchup? Who do you see coming out on top, Bud's skill and experience, or Boots's power and youth? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thrilling boxing updates.